Hello and welcome to Reality Realness's update on Big Brother 20, Season 20. And my name is Michael Pez.
And I'm Chantal Francis. And we are just basically podcasting after the, in my opinion, uneventful double election. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. It actually was pretty eventful.
Okay.
It was pretty eventful. But
it was pretty good.
It was uneventful. You know what I mean?
Like things happened, but I think that things happened like other things were other factors were involved. So let's
talk about that episode, and then we can also bring in anything that we've missed for the last couple of weeks. Sounds
perfect. Okay, so I got home and I was super excited for this double eviction. Double evictions are I think everyone's favorite, and
I like them because it's just a sped up week. It's not like a triple eviction where you just get screwed. It's not like a rewind week where your cards are laid out on the table and now people can use this as ammunition for the rest of their game. It's it still has the integrity, in my opinion, of the game, but it's just sped up faster. And they can do 5 double evictions in a season. I don't care, because you still have to do a competition. You still have to put 2 people up. You still play veto. You still do eviction. You still have the integrity of the week of the game. And I like that.
By that point, you're already playing the game. You already know your strategy of those little one-on-ones. You don't know what you're doing by that point. Then come on, get out of the house.
Fair.
Right? When you're do you want to go talk in the storage room? Do you want to go talk in the storage room? Get that done. If you can't make those decisions, the best thing about a double eviction for me is the fact that you get out those little speed bumps, you get out those little sandbags, you get out those those people that, well, you know what, if I don't take a shot at them right now, I could get them out right now, and then they're gone. Then they're gone. Then you don't have to deal with that long week process of having to put that person up, then replace it with the veto, and then sit there and have to eat lunch with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the worst.
Yeah, totally not so good. So, okay, we both like double evictions, so that's a good thing. I guess what happened? So, okay, so when we last talked, you were saying that it was after Scotty got back and Tyler won.
Tyler won the HOH. So that's the last time that that's the last little update that we did. I don't think that we need to go into it into detail, because honestly, Scotty went in, Scotty went out.
Well, and it's when Scotty's interviewing with Julie, being I'm gonna go get back with Tyler. I'm just I just don't get it. I know we're seeing an outside perspective on Tyler's game, so we see everything, or for the most part, we see more than the people that are actually playing. But it's how have they nobody has put it together that Tyler is involved in everything. Tyler knows what's going on. He knows what vote to do. He knows who's going home. He knows all these things, but they think that he's completely ineffectual in his vote, in his decision that, I had to go with the house. And they think that he's a little lamb that's just following the house, but he's the one dictating the action.
It's everyone talks about Dan Giesling's mist. Everyone talks about all that kind of thing. Tyler's got those blue eyes, and he just shakes those curls at you. And just mesmerized by it. He's just I don't know.
Those curls. I don't know when it happened. I don't think we talked about when Sam straightened his hair.
Oh, I really think when he's I saw the thing, and then she also did Casey's hair as well. I think that's going to be in one of those deleted scenes when they do
It was on an episode. I don't know which one it was though. It was on an episode.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was last week veto.
Yeah, I still I like dudes and stuff, but I still don't know if I think Tyler's attractive. He's good looking. He's aesthetically looking.
I'm not down with his swagger, to be fair. I think for me, I tend to like people with a little bit more flavor. So any sort of other ethnicity is usually what I gravitate towards. So for me, he's a little bit. Oh, Fessy's way hotter than Tyler. I don't like Wonder Bread. I'd prefer pita. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. I like Brett.
I don't like.
I do. I like douchey guys.
I mean, that's my
I like
favorite
bros.
thing.
I like bros.
Brett, yeah, no, he's like, no, he's not my style. His game is so whack. Like, he not his like chatting game. Like his like getting with girls game is not my vibe.
Those are the kind of guys that I vibe with. That I like. I know that Brett and I would be like good buddies in the house. Like we would have had a bromance. I would have like kicked Winston out just so I could get with Brett.
When Tyler had his hair done though, I laughed so hard because like just seeing his reaction to his hair, like I was in hysterics.
I just can't believe that he's never done that before. Like he has never had anybody straighten his hair.
Well, like yeah, I don't know. Like does he never have
no one straightened that curly hair? Like that's I don't know because his reaction was very genuine.
Yeah, that was the best.
He didn't even like look at himself in the mirror. Like he's like, oh my god, like covering his face. He's like, I look like a woman. And there's nothing wrong with that, Tyler.
But he did look like a woman. Okay, so obviously Scotty and Haley get put on the block. Scotty at one point during the week tells Haley that Tyler said that he was the pawn. Why would you tell your pawn mate like that? Like, if you don't want them to be doing anything to try to like make themselves stay or make you go over them. So if you are being told that you are on the block, you don't tell the person that you're competing with in that moment about that. I mean, it didn't really have any consequence, but like it could have if it was with a better player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
you just never be like, oh, well, I'm the pawn. Oh, yeah, are you? Okay. Well, who said that? Tyler.
Like, if anything, you'd want to do the opposite, being like, yeah, I'm going home, so the person felt more safe, so they wouldn't fight as hard, if anything.
Yeah.
But we're not dealing with.
The last thing you do is tell the person who you're on the block with, who told you that. And then they go to that person. Oh, well, he said this. Well, you just sealed your fate. Like, you just, like...
He was going regardless, but it was a bonehead move. Bonehead. But I didn't really expect that much more from Scotty. Like, everybody... I think that everybody that on Faute, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I think that they were all secondary casts for season 19 because they are all people that would be blindly led by Paul. And I don't know what this character trait is. I don't know what it is, but they were alternates. Like Haley was probably an alternate for friggin' what's the girl that everybody hates with the
Raven?
With Raven, like all the bros. So like Matt was probably an alternate with like Brett. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like all of Faute could have easily been in the Big Brother 19 house and it would have gone the exact same way.
Yeah, true.
No opposition. They would think that Paul is doing everything right and everybody else is going against them. Like it would have been the exact same layout, same final two, whatever.
Yeah.
And Paul would have lost. But anyways, so annoying. Or all of Paul's alliance could be in this season, and they could have been Faute as well.
all of Paul's alliance?
Yeah, like Raven, Matt, like Elena, Alex.
Alex, Jason, all of them. All of them
would have blindly followed Tyler.
Oh, for sure. Oh God, yeah.
I mean, is it a recruit thing? Is that what it is? They just want someone to like lead them through the game?
I don't know.
Because like, I just know that like, I want to, maybe I would pretend as though I was being blindly followed, but I would also have agency in what was happening, I would think. I would be like, I would try to steer things in my favor instead of like, Casey even is just like, level 6 all the way. Okay, cool, but like, what about you winning the game? Level 6 isn't gonna win the way.
Right? Like, where's Casey going? Okay, in order for me to win, blah blah blah, I gotta get like No. Like, you got to realize that, like, there's people on level 6 that are just as, like, better than you, or just as good as you. So, like, where's your logic? And then all of a sudden, as soon as, well, whatever happened during the double eviction, as soon as she got wind, oh, well, he's got to go. Like, are you not, like, thinking, like, what am I going to do when I get to the final 2 with Angela? Like, am I going to go to the final 2 with Angela, or am I grabbing Sam along the way?
No, she's gonna say, she's like, I stuck true to my alliance, level 6, all the way to the end. Let's go. I won competitions. I made sure that, like, level 6 stayed in the game, and that's gonna be her only argument. I actually really like Casey. I have, like, a mini crush on her, but, like, she's not the best player in the strategic side. She's able to be loyal and win competitions, which is good.
Yeah. Okay. So Scotty goes, and all of a sudden, who won HOH? Casey won HOH. After her, like, third veto.
Right?
And then that was just leading into, and then she had to put up a pawn. So she told Sam, and I love Brett saying to Sam, don't freak out, okay? But, like, well, I'm going up. Well, I could go up too, but, like, don't.
I think at least that's the smartest thing that Sam's kind of ever done, is, like, actually recognize that, like, him saying that to her means that she's going up.
Yeah.
She's clueless, clueful enough. That's a word.
And she held her cool. She held her cool, and, you know, like.
But then in that case, oh no, that never mind. It's the next week. Go on. What's happening? No, you're a week ahead, or like that was last week. We were talking about. It was still Scotty hasn't gone home yet.
Scotty just yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. We said Scotty went home. Who won the head of household?
Scotty went home.
Okay, Scotty's gone. Like, awkward interview with Julie. He still had no idea what was going on. Calling Tyler, what did he call him, a sheep, or like just going with
but remember his, like, eviction speech, like, just before he was, like, leaving?
I mean, I liked his pun on the getting all the Hilton head. Like, that was funny.
Head, yeah.
And people are really, like, dragging him for, like, you know, swearing and all this stuff. But I'm like, I wasn't really that offended by what he did. I was like, oh, Scotty, he's just bruised and, like, a really shitty player.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really that offended. I felt like I've seen worse. Maybe not, but, like, I didn't think it was that bad.
I've seen worse.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. So then after that, who won? Angela?
Yeah, Casey.
Head of household?
Yeah.
And she put up, right, Haley and, what's her name?
Yeah.
Okay, that's when that conversation that you're talking about came up. And Haley, like, I remember when she won, she, like, hugs friggin' Casey as if, like, they're friends and, like, she's safe. Like, I was like, I mean, good try. I think it's a good strategy to make people feel guilty. It's like, yes, you won. Like, it would be harder for them to put you up. You're like, oh my God, so good. And then they have to stake you.
I got you. You got me. You have me.
Oh my God, she said that so many times.
You have me.
It was so.
You know, you have me.
It was uncomfortable.
You have me. And it's going ding, ding, ding. I love that Big Brother. That's what I love. Like, the editors of Big Brother, you do such a good job of the music and all the things.
Well, they have so much fun with it, for sure.
So much fun. God, that'd be such a great job. God.
Really good job.
You know what would be a better job? Going in the house.
Oh my God, I have to edit my video soon.
I want to be in there so bad.
You what? I know. I know. Speaking of which, this little pause. So Nick, he's like he asked me if I'd play his game. I'm like, I would have played your game, but you said that I couldn't play it because, like, some of the games are similar and you didn't want me to have an advantage. And then I was thinking, I'm like, well, anybody would have an advantage if they watched the game or the show. So, like, it wouldn't really be that an advantage.
It has an advantage that they have eyes, ears, and a nose and a mouth. God. Like,
right? I mean, like, I know some people that were playing would have zero, idea of, like, any of the games that have come up. But, like, I know all the games that potentially could come up. Anyways. And so then now he's asked me to play, and now I can't get the time off. And I would have totally played. Like, I can get the Saturday, Sunday off, but I can't get the Friday.
Yeah, like, and what are you gonna be, like a late twist? You can't do that. Like,
I know. Or I mean, maybe, but like, unless he does something like, I'm outside of the like I can play up until like 5 p.m. on like on my phone or something. I don't know, but
you're like with Gate Crasher.
maybe
I don't
I'll
know.
suggest it to him.
Gate Crasher. All of a sudden, there's like a twist where all of a sudden, like,
And then
Pandora's
and then if I was safe for a week, he would be back on top. I think of evictions. I'll suggest it to him. I'll see if he said. I'll play it if that's a possibility. Anyways, a little aside there.
Then they well, obviously Casey wins veto again, which is like,
Let's go.
If she keeps winning all these like competitions, she's just gonna get to the end. So like, I can see why they're all like, maybe we should get rid of Casey. Maybe we should get rid of Casey.
But also, though, she should cool it a little bit because of the exact same reason. Like, she's looking too tempting now. It's like, oh, she's not like a goat anymore. Like, she's won the last 4 or 5 competitions in a row. Like, she's gotta go.
Yeah.
She gotta go.
She got to go.
Got to go.
Because she's just so likable. Like, right now, she's got all the votes. She's got all the votes in the jury.
If she goes to the final 2 with anybody, I believe right now she would win.
For sure.
Which I don't mind that being the outcome, but like, I just want some opposition. I want some, like, I want a battle, and it just seems like it's going to be like dum 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 dum. But we'll see. Okay, so she wins the veto. Obviously, she doesn't use the freaking veto. And Haley gets evicted in the first part of the double eviction episode.
She had a good run. I mean, like, I liked her. I thought she was great. I thought she was a good player. But, in the end, she had to go.
Yep. What did I say? Yeah, in the actual episode, though, like, I thought it was interesting, though, that Angela volunteered herself to go up if, like, one of the 2 nominees came down. I was like, wow, that's definitely showing you're never, ever show you're that safe. You feel that safe for you to go up.
She's talking about during the double eviction, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Because she felt that she'd have the votes. But I was just like, who knows what happens in that game, but I would never volunteer that just because you're too juicy. You're sitting up there, like, I don't know. Yeah. I thought it was quite a risk.
You may never be able to get that shot again, so you might as well take that shot, you know what I mean? So, like,
exactly.
It's always a good target.
I did like that Julie complimented Haley back. I was like, okay, Julie, like, pays attention to, like, Haley being annoying. Okay, so what did you feel about what was this? Was this the new head of house? Yeah, it was the new head of household competition.
The buffering one?
Yeah. Do you like it?
I mean, I thought it was pretty easy.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, from what they showed us on the show, I got them all right pretty easily. And I was just wondering, like, maybe there was like a lot more clips for them to remember?
Probably.
And they only showed us the ones that mattered, maybe?
Yeah, maybe it was like they played it and then it was like way late, like 2 days ago. And they were just showing clips. And maybe they showed all the clips that they asked questions for ahead of time so that they would all forget that and they would show it. I don't know. It was just, I just was sitting there going, well, like, you all lived it, and then 2, y'all, like, watched it, and then...
And it wasn't even, like, hard stuff. Like, was he holding it in his right hand or his left hand? Like, something that's a little bit tricky, but it's like, did he fall? Yes. Like, 100%.
Yeah, like, Rockstar grabbed the rope. Like,
yes.
Fall the water. Okay, like, I don't know. There was just somewhere I was just like, well... And then there was, like, they were in the videos. So, like, if I'm watching something and I'm in it, then I'm going to pay a lot of attention to it.
Well, like, you remember more just instinctually, I would think. But
yeah. So,
I guess there must have been an element that we didn't see that made it more difficult because I didn't find it to be difficult at all.
Who won? Tyler wins. Tyler won. And I love how he was like, I really wanted this one. And I was like, do you? Okay. Well, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I think he wants to win everything. I think it's just his ego. But, like, I don't think it was very good for him to win because he's going to have to show his cards. And whoever gets evicted is going to be bitter.
And they were. And so he takes everybody into the storage room, and I think that him and Angela's little, she's just like this. She's like, she does this little yes thing, and when she does it, it was probably the most genuine thing I've seen between two people, where she was just like, yes, and she just looks at him, and oh wait, maybe that's when she wins. Anyway, they play the veto next. They go right into the veto. And he puts up Sam and JC as the people, and they don't look very impressed. But he even says to Sam, he's like, trust me, you're going to put me up? And she goes like, no, but just like, trust me. There's somebody that we need to get out of here, and like, it's not you. And, sorry. And then they go into veto, which I would have loved to play that veto game. That veto game.
I have people messaging me too. Hold on, put them on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah. Veto was like, I was sitting there going, I didn't know they all could move. I didn't know all the pieces could move. I just saw those, like, I saw little things. I thought you had to like strategically put all these like little tiny like little pieces. No, it was just like moving certain like that big round like arch, and like I was just like sitting there going, oh my God, I would have loved to have played that. I would have loved to have, I would have just dropped it right away just to see how it would have fell down.
Yeah.
And then I would have, and I loved how Brett ran to the end first to do the end first, because that's what I would have done. I would have done the end and then start at the beginning and then just move it like that. That's the reason why I want to be on the show. Is things like that. It's challenges like that. Where like in a matter of seconds, you just have to do it.
Just figure it out and do it. Oh my God.
And I was watching it, and like even the cameras were watching her, and it was just focused so nicely during the filming that Angela wins.
Yep.
Angela wins, and I was like, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked that she won.
I wasn't upset with the fact that she won, but it was just kind of like Tyler win. It's just like, I guess
it wasn't exciting. It wasn't exciting.
So level 6 dominated that, like, I've just been like, meh, you know.
It would have been amazing if Brett had won and then took one of those nominees down.
He wouldn't have done that. Or maybe he would have taken JC down, actually.
Probably take JC down, and then one of the girls would have went up.
Who would he put up? That would have been interesting.
Well, Tyler would have had to put up, like, Casey. Oh, my God. Who would he have put up? That would have been so exciting.
And then they would have had the votes to evict whoever they wanted. Ooh.
Yeah, JC and Brett. Yeah. JC and Brett would have voted, and the other one would have just voted for, like...
Why can't we have nice things?
I don't know.
Like, I just want a good season all the way through.
Oh my God, it was still good. I still think it's a great season.
All the way through, I feel like, honestly, that from when it's actually from the beginning. I fucking like so mad when Swaggy went home. It just went like, I enjoyed it. It's been the best season in years, but it just started to slowly go downhill especially because of the Scotty vote. Because it's all the distrust. I mean, even the Caitlyn vote, I guess you could even take it back to then even. Like, if Caitlyn hadn't flip-flopped with Tyler, like, Fauci would have been a lot stronger. You know, they would have stayed together. They would have been a powerful adversary to these guys. And it was just watching them implode week after week, and now we got, like, you know, the power players not really having to be that powerful. I don't know. Yeah. So I would have loved it if Scotty wasn't in. It's kind of like in our season, how Jack just screwed us up in the, like, knee over in the beginning, and we couldn't, like, we were just always trying to rectify that, but it wouldn't have been a problem if he just had followed through. You know what I mean? Like,
just got like, sorry, we're gonna talk about our little season for a second. If he had just gotten rid of Brett, if he had just made it the tie like he said it was going to be, then I'm so mad right now. But no, like I'm so mad. Like I sit there and I think about that season and I was like, I should have flipped. Like I should have flipped because I didn't want to vote Michelle off. But and she shouldn't have gone. But I was like, fine, like
make it the tie.
Fine, make it the tie, and then Rich would have got rid of Brett, and it would have been totally fine. And then if Brett would have came back in, Brett would have came back in. But then whatever. But then no, it just.
I know, it's so frustrating because like that was the moment, and it would like the whole like Eitan and him having their little thing at the end, like none of that would have ever happened because
it would never have happened.
So like that's what I'm saying is when people do these bonehead moves in the beginning of the season, like yes, the season's still good. I thought like I really still enjoyed playing, obviously, but and I still enjoyed watching this particular season, season 20. But I feel like it would have been even better if like the trust for each other hadn't been broken down from the beginning, and that's what they were fighting against. They're fighting against each other as opposed to like seeing who their actual enemy was.
Yes.
I actually didn't know that you felt that way though about our season.
I fucking hated our season. I fucking hated it. Like it was so garbage. Like it was so garbage because all I wanted to do was like honestly like I had a strategy going in. My strategy going in was I've already won. So I just wanted to be a number for people. And if that got me further in the game, that got me further in the game. But then it just got really like weaselly. Like I'll say it to Nick, and I don't care if Nick sees this. I think Nick's a weasel. Nick was a weasel during that whole thing. And like, I love Nick to death, but like, it didn't fly well with me, especially when I was evicted, how it was like, there was no consideration for feelings. Like I was 100% like guaranteed, like when you sat down in front of me and you said to me, you were like, are you going to vote me off? I was like, oh my God, well, I haven't never had anybody talk to me like this. And you know what? I respected your game that I was like, I never wanted to get rid of you ever. So I always thought I had you in my back pocket. And I thought I had like Eitan and like all these people, but I was like, wow, like I was just so expendable at that one point. So that's why I was just like, and then also when all the girls started to like go, I didn't think that was fair. I thought that was
no matter what, I blame Jacques for the whole thing. So
I blame Jacques for no one should be able to play 3 times anyways.
He ruined everything.
Basically. He ruined season 3 as well for everybody as well. So he's a sandbag.
Anyway, we had a little aside.
I love Jacques, but he's a sandbag. But yeah. Anyway, so then we get into Angela wins veto. And then after Angela wins veto, she does use it. She does use it.
I wasn't actually expecting her to use it, so this was the only surprise that I found at this particular episode.
And they even had a speech prepared.
She used it on JC.
And she's like, this is for one step ahead. And then Tyler stands up and he goes, this is for 2 steps ahead. Brett, take a seat. That was awkward. Can you imagine sitting in that room for that 20 minutes?
Oh.
Feeling like, could you imagine?
And after Tyler tells him to throw the veto, ooh. No bueno. That's what I'm saying though. Like, why is Tyler trying to make himself lose votes? Like, maybe Brett will come around, but like, maybe I don't know. You get
maybe because he's gonna take Angela to the final 2.
He has to if he has a shot.
Yeah.
But he can't win against. He might win against Sam. He might win against AC, but he can't win against Casey. I don't think.
No, there's no way he can win against Casey.
And so they vote out friggin' Brett. Goes out to the stage with Julie, and Julie's like, "You got played, son." Julie, who is this Julie?
Julie, Julie's a new lady. Julie's been dealing with some stuff, and she's got some stuff going on, and I respect Julie Chen, and I respect CBS, and I respect all that stuff. She's a good lady. I love her. She's just over this 20 years, she has just gotten so much better. She's such a good host. I love her.
Yeah, I love Julie too. But I thought it was also really interesting that she asked him, like, so why didn't you blow up level 6?
And he's like, well,
question. I thought that he should have gone out guns blazing. I would have been so hot. I would have.
But like at that point though, like when you're looking around the room at those 5 in front of you and you're Brett, what could you have possibly said to blow up?
It wouldn't have kept me there, but I would have gone out in a frigate and whirlwind and allowed them to go and have to pick up the pieces of making that like vital error. Like it should be a vital error that he was evicted from the house, not just like, oh, we did the right thing. Let's pat ourselves on the back. Like he was coming after us. Like, no, they had to. I wanted them to regret the fact that they turned on him, even though it was a better game move for them, and this essentially, because like these are, he's been studying, so he has all these like, memory comps and stuff like that. They're going to be coming down the hatch, and so like, yeah, it's good to get him out because he's probably going to be calling the shots for at least a few of those competitions. So, and Sam and JC, I mean, unless it's a luck one, most likely aren't going to win. So, I get it as a game move, get him out, but like, I would have been so salty, and I would have gone out guns blazing for sure. If that happened to me, I would have been like, and this, and you, and you, and you, and like I would have outed everything, and I'd be like, and I would have probably given the finger, even though like that wasn't well received by Scotty.
Whatever. It was received well by Erica in season 6 of Canada.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I loved how that's kind of like she could have said something more, but like I liked her storming out like that. Like I loved it.
Yeah,
it was real.
Real cute. Yeah, whatever. But Brett's on his way to go hang out with Blockstar, and the best at the very end of it, all of it at the end, is when Julie calls him Brent. You got blindsided by your alliance. You get backdoored. Well, not really technically backdoored, but you get backdoored. You don't even get to pack your stuff. You hang out. You get out there. Julie says, God, you got played. And then she calls you Brent. God.
And also with what things that come out of Julie's mouth is she says Julie Chen Moonves.
I know.
If people aren't really familiar, her husband there's been allegations of, sexual misconduct and assault of some sort that she's been dealing with. So if I'm not mistaken, she hasn't been on her talk show, The Talk, but she has still been doing Big Brother. And this is actually the first time that I can even remember that she, put her, I guess, real last name as an out, whatever, post or whatever. Yeah. It. And so I guess that this is what it said to me, is that she is standing by her man.
She's standing by her man. And she's a good lady. I like her.
100%. I mean, I don't know what happened. We never know what happens, but regardless.
All I know is that he's resigning. So that's like, he's stepping down as the president of CBS. And that being said, like, a lot of people have been saying like, oh my God, will there be another Big Brother? Of course there'll be another Big Brother.
Yeah, they'll just
after this season, of course, there'll be another Big Brother.
It's such a money maker. Like it's so low production, like, and high reward. Like they make so much money off of doing basically nothing compared to like an hour-long TV show where it's like car crashes and special effects and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it ain't summer unless it's Big Brother.
Oh my God, I know. That's been my entire 20.
Air conditioning, a nice margarita, and watching Big Brother 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a Thursday, Wednesday night in the summer.
Basically, I've lived 2 decades of summer Big Brother.
Yeah, it's kind of like like when you were a kid, it was like, oh my God, summer vacation. Now that I'm older, it's like, yes, Big Brother.
Yeah, I'm always like, okay, is it gonna come the end of July or June or like the beginning of July? I'm like, which one is it?
Like it's always the beginning. That's now the beginning of July. They've been in there for 85 days, and the best thing is that once the season's over, we got some Survivor coming up. We got some Survivor coming up. We got I don't know,
The Bachelor, then
Dancing with the Stars. I don't know. We got some stuff. I like Dancing with the Stars. Oh my God, I went to trivia the other night. You know that trivia that I was like invited you to? Whole category on Dancing with the Stars. Killed it.
What were the questions?
It was like this winner went on to host Dance Wars. And then it gave you like no, it was Drew Lachey.
Drew Lachey. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, actually.
Drew Lachey. And then there was one, this Dancing with the Star alum recorded a country album in 2007, and it gave 5 people, and it was Juliana Huff.
Oh, okay, of course, yes.
And then there was, I don't know, there was a couple other questions, like this person won. Oh, this person appeared on Dancing with the Stars twice, and it gave like 5 people's names, and it was Bristol Palin.
What do you mean? She was actually on the show twice?
She was on her season, and then she was on All Stars.
Oh.
Yeah, there was an All Stars season. Like Mel B came back and like things like that. So yeah. So apparently this Dancing with the Stars, my mom watches it. My mom just.
I've watched many seasons, but sometimes I go in and out. I don't always watch it.
My favorite season was the Amber Riley season.
She said what? High School Musical?
Glee. Yeah. And she won, and she just did such a good job. But like, yeah.
I don't know why I put this, but the last thing that I wrote is "Shut up, Sam." I guess like on the outro, Sam was like, "Oh, she was like, oh, if I'll elect myself to I'll like pack all his stuff away, and unless someone else wants to do it," I'm just like, shut up. I hate the fact that she's not playing at all. Like, at all.
Right?
At all. Like, there's no strategy. There's no, other than her being mad if she gets put up on the block, unless that's her strategy. Like, she's just, I want her gone. But I did like how the audience laughed when she says, I'll cut you up in pieces, or love you all to bits and pieces, or
I'm going to take a piece of each one of you. That's
yeah. I was like, she might.
And we didn't talk about it, but really briefly, quickly, like we didn't talk about the proposal.
Oh.
Your face alone.
I actually completely forgot.
I know. I like the only reason why that came up in my brain is when you're like, and then Sam said, and I was like, what did Sam say recently that was so stupid? Oh, when she's like introduced her, oh, and you're Nicole. Oh, and you must be Victor. And like I follow this person on Instagram, and they're like, could you imagine not knowing who these people were? That was like the cap underneath. Like, could you imagine not knowing who Nicole and Victor are? Like, I knew Nicole and Victor were together, and I knew that they were like this big like couple now.
Yeah.
But like, oh, and then who came in? Josh, Derek.
The problem I had the most was that freaking Paul came in. I am so sick of his face. Like, I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sure that you're a lovely human being, and like
friendship all the way, toast. But like, you're not the be end and end all. Like, to have you walk in there with Danielle Donato, Brittany, Derek, I guess Josh, and then
I'm actually really over Derek as well, to be honest.
What's that?
I'm over Derek.
Are you?
Yeah, but like when
you're not gonna watch his new CSI show.
No.
You're not gonna read his book.
No. Like when he was like talking with Julie and he's just all like, Julie asked him like, who do you want to win? And then he just makes a case why everybody could win. I'm just like, you're so annoying. Like I get being diplomatic and like, you know, showing that you really have like a really analytical strategic mind and that you can plot out a path for each one of the, but that's not what she asked. She didn't ask for you to give a freaking plan on how each person could get to the end. She asked who you thought was going to win. I wanted to see him plot out what would happen to take for his person that he thinks is going to win and how it's going to happen. That's what I wanted to see. Not some you know, PC bullshit. Like, it's just.
And then he said all their names and he went through each person and guess who he forgot? You forgot Sam.
Of course, because Sam's not winning.
Okay, what's you gonna say about Sam? Oh, nothing. Cool. That concludes our reality realness chat about.
We didn't even really talk about the freaking proposal. Do you like it? I mean, I got a little watery-eyed.
What's that?
A little watery-eyed, a little bit.
Oh well, yeah, we do love friendship and we do like love and we do love like all that and like. I kind of like Victor with his hair longer. So.
I was going to say the exact same thing. I was like, he was kind of hotter before. I'm like, he's a good looking guy in general, but like, I definitely felt that he was hotter with his long gray hair and his scraggly beard.
Yeah. Cool.
But, and then, I like Nicole, but
it's nice to see Brittany.
What?
It was nice to see Brittany.
Oh my God. Amazing Race is going to be coming up soon.
I know.
All-Stars? I can't. Okay.
So, like, do you want to, like, do teams for that?
Absolutely. We'll do another podcast with Jacques, and he can do all of our scores right now. I'm done.
You're done. I still have 3 left.
Who do you have? You have Casey, Tyler, and Sam?
Casey, Angela, and JC.
Casey, Angela, and JC. And so, okay, so Jacques has Sam and Tyler? Tyler's good. You might have the winner there.
I might have the winner. I know. Big old JC.
All your money's on KC. Let's go.
My money's on Angela to win. I have this thing where it's like, I feel like
they will never give her the money.
No, they won't. Her eviction speeches, the eviction speeches alone will not.
And
did you not learn anything from Josh last season about eviction speeches? Like the farewell messages? Does she not like remember that Josh won because of those?
You don't watch the seasons. They're not fans.
Oh.
I mean, maybe she's seen that season, but she didn't recognize that was part of the gameplay. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that she deep dived into like, you know what I mean? If she's only seen season 19, it's just goodbye messages. Yeah. I don't think she realized that was like one of the determining factors as to how Josh was able to win over Paul. I was just about to say one last thing.
I have one last thing too.
What was it?
Quick, what would your BB comic be called?
It would be something.
Misty Arrow.
What?
Misty Arrow.
Misty Arrow, yes. Maybe, but like, I also kind of have a bit of a temper and like I get really passionate about things. So.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll have to think about it for a specific name.
Obviously, mine would be the dispenser. The dispenser.
You're just like a big Pez guy.
I just like I shoot these things out of my neck like Betos. Anyway, that concludes our reality realness with 3 S's. Big Brother 20. We only got 2 weeks left. We're going to do a finale one. Next time we'll come back, we'll do it right after the finale so we can talk about that. And if you want to subscribe, hit the little button below. My name is Michael Pez. You can find me on Instagram at Michael Pez.
And me at Shan Fran Fran.
And follow us on Reality Realness with 3 S's on Instagram. Have a good one, and we'll see you after finale. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.